everyone, welcome to another 5 Foot Nomad video. I'm Basilia, and in my channel I share content about the digital nomad lifestyle, working online and traveling. Okay, so in this video guys, I'll be sharing with you how to work remotely. Okay, in the last video, we spoke about the differences between being a remote worker and a freelancer, and I'm sure you guys found that insightful, because trust me, I did too, because there were many things I didn't even realize, like many differences. So in this video I'll be sharing with you how to work remotely. Okay, if you decided that you want to become a remote worker, so make sure you watch this video until the end, because now I'm giving you the step-by-step details of how to work remotely, okay, or how to become a remote worker, anyhow you want to word it. Basically, if you want to work remotely, this is the video you watch. So let's dive right in, guys. Before we get started, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like my videos. Your support means a lot to me, okay? So if you've explored all the differences between a freelancer and a remote worker, and you realize that you want to become a remote worker, awesome, okay? But I feel like for you to achieve your goal, there are a few steps that you need to take. I would say there are 7 steps that you need to take, and those are the steps that I would be talking about in this video, okay? And the first one is to inform yourself, okay? I feel like with anything in life, if you want to start something, you must inform yourself. And by inform yourself, I mean you must make the research, ransack the internet for any information you can find. If possible, invest in ebooks that can help you, or invest in materials, resources that can help you, because information is power, okay? And you need to know what you're getting yourself into. The same way you decided to become a remote worker based on the information that differentiated between a freelancer and a remote worker, it's the same way you have to find information to help you start your remote work career with the right foundation. So make intensive research, find out, what does it mean, what do I need to be an effective remote worker, what do I need to do, how do I need to do. Informing yourself will give you control over the situation, but not just that, it would also help you to know the next step that you need to take, which is, personally, I think that the second step that you need to take is shifting your mindset, okay? If you've been working a 9 to 5 all this time, and you're just used to showing up every day, taking transportation to the office, just showing up, getting the work done, going back home, stuck in this routine, you need to shift your mindset, because to become a remote worker, having the freedom of working from anywhere is amazing, but it's also super challenging, because you now have to either work from home or work from a different location with another time zone, so you have to shift your mindset to this flexibility mindset and this mindset of self-discipline, because now you are 100% responsible for how you act. Because I mean, if as a remote worker, you're working on fixed company schedule, so I mean, let's say it's a 9 to 4, or something like that. If you don't show up to work in those hours because maybe your child is crying or something, then you're slacking off and you could lose your job. Basically what I'm saying is, you need to shift your mindset, okay? You need to realize that this is a different thing. I deserve this flexibility, and I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to become self-disciplined in that sense, and this will, help you to sort of succeed in that sense, because you can't become a remote worker with like a 9 to 5 mindset. You have to understand that now you have this flexibility to work from anywhere, and you have to have this self-discipline, this commitment, to get results and get the job done. So the third step to work remotely is assess your skill set, okay? What skills do you have? What skills do you currently work with? What do you have experience in? Do you want to learn a new skill? If you want to work online at all, which is the umbrella term for freelancing and remote work, you need a skill, you need a service to provide, okay? You can't just say, oh, I can type. Anyone can type anything, okay? But what can you do? Which specialized service can you provide? Are you like a digital marketer? Are you a Google Ads specialist? Are you a graphic designer that has professional experience? Like, what is your skill set? What value can you provide anyone with what you have? You have to assess your skill set, because this would help you know the type of remote jobs you can apply for, how to start the process, what you need to start the process, okay? So the fourth step on how to work remotely is choose how you want to start. Okay, some people don't know how to start. Like, do you want to start working remotely as a part-time thing? Because there's actually companies that offer that, you know, part-time remote workers, long-term remote workers. So how do you want to start? Do you want to start part-time? Do you want to start full-time? Do you want to start as a member of a smaller team or a smaller company? Do you want to start as a member of a bigger team or a bigger company? Do you want to start your remote work from working from home, or you want to start by actually working from a different location completely to the place that you work? Do you want to start working remotely for companies in your location? Do you want to start working remotely for companies in another location? Basically, choose how you want to start. But the most important thing to consider is that you can choose. You have a choice. You can say, the same way you chose remote work over freelancing, you can say, okay, I want to work ABC, and then you follow that, because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're happy and whatever you're choosing serves you in the long term and not just short term. Oh, I want to make money, I want to be a freelancer, I want to be a remote worker. You know, basically you need to choose what is going to serve you and how you want to start. And the fifth step to start working remotely is to get ready. Okay, you've informed yourself, you've shifted your mindset, you've assessed your skill set, you've chosen how you want to start. Now is the time to get ready. Okay, and what do you need to get ready? Of course, clearly, obviously, you need a working computer, you need Wi-Fi with good internet speed, you know, you need a dedicated work area, you know, you need a portfolio, you need a killer cover letter, you need an updated CV, you know, to match the job descriptions that you want. All of these things need to be prepared so that you can get to the next stage towards becoming a remote worker. And that next stage, which is the number 6 step, is to start. Get started right away. Okay, start. You now have your CV, you've shifted your mindset, you know, you figure out how you want to start, you have your portfolio, you've created a cover letter. Start applying. Okay, in my blog post I actually detail all of this. The blog post is How to Work Remotely, a Beginner's Guide, and I detail all of the steps in that blog post, guys. And I also give you a list of remote work platforms or websites where you can apply for remote jobs. These are remote work boards that you can check every day for new job postings, and then you apply if you qualify. The more important thing when applying is to make sure that you fit what they're looking for, and not just that, to make sure that your CV, your cover letter, your portfolio is all like edited to fit that job description. Okay, maybe portfolio less, but like cover letter and the CV must be in tune with the job description and roles and responsibilities that they want, because I mean, you want to get the job, right? Just start applying. You know, go to all these platforms. There's outsourcely.com, there's We Work Remotely, there's remote.co, there's Working Nomads, there's a ton of platforms, and you can find all these platforms in the link in the description in the blog post that I just mentioned. So like, just start. Okay, shifting your mindset, informing yourself, all of these things won't help you if you don't start. You know, even if you prepare your cover letter, your CV, your portfolio, and you don't start, then it's not gonna help you. So you have to start. And once you start, the next step, which is number 7, is to be proactive. I feel like this is the most important step. It's one thing to apply for a remote job, but it's another thing to be proactive. And what I mean by proactive is not just waiting and waiting and waiting, you know, when you apply for 5 jobs and like, oh, okay, I've done enough. No, constantly checking job boards is being proactive. You know, applying for fresh jobs every day, every week, every month until you land a job. If you don't land a remote job, your job is not done, basically. You know, you must land a remote job. Prepare for interviews, be proactive, constantly checking your emails, your spam, if you've received any news from the jobs you applied for, if you've received updates. Basically, applying is not enough. You must be proactive. And a bonus point that I will mention is, don't quit your 9-to-5 job just yet. Okay, I know it's tempting. You're probably still working your 9-to-5 job while you're making plans to become a remote worker, which is great, but until you've secured a remote job, do not quit your 9-to-5 yet. Because I mean, yes, some people might say, oh, I have a bunch of savings, it's okay. Then great. If you have a bunch of savings, amazing. maybe you can quit your job or whatever, but I usually advise that don't quit your 9 to 5 job just yet until you've secured a remote work contract. You know, the contract has been signed, you already have a start date. You know, until you have all these things, do not quit your 9 to 5 job yet, because you don't want to jump the gun and then realize that, oh shit, I'm not gonna get a remote job until like a year or 6 months. You know, you don't want to set yourself up to fail. So I usually advise that, like, don't quit your 9 to 5 job just yet. Keep doing what you do while making the effort for the remote work job or to become a remote worker. And once that clicks, then you can dump your 9 to 5, throw it in the trash, you know, and move on to remote working. So I hope you found this video useful, and if you have, don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, ask your questions in the comments. If you're having difficulties finding a remote job, ask your questions in the comments. You know, maybe we can figure out what you're doing wrong, how you're doing. You know, maybe you're not qualified enough, maybe you're overqualified and you're applying for the wrong, you know, any questions you have, just ask me in the comment section and I'll answer your questions. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this video insightful, and yeah, you can share it with your friends. You know, don't forget to read the complete blog post on my website. It's also in the link in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.